Chris Cole and Whitney Cummings finally tying the knot. How long has it been? 14 months or something? Long overdue that these two would get married. All right, let's read the caption here. And by the way, let's think about this, okay? If Whitney is much more famous than Chris, right? Much, much more famous. At least 12 times as famous as he is. Which logically would lead you to the conclusion that he should take her last name, right? Because she can't start touring as Whitney Cole. No one's going to show up. No one's going to know who the fuck Whitney Cole is. She's got to maintain her last name. So that means that Chris Cole is no longer going to be Chris Cole. And he's going to be what, guys? Type it in the chat. He's going to be Cole Cummings. That's going to be Chris's new name, Cole Cummings. Cole Cummings. Get used to that. I know that's jarring. That's not easy to wrap your head around. When you look at Chris Cole, it's like a reflex. You go, oh, that's Chris Cole. Not anymore. That's Chris Cobra Cumming. Chris Cobra Cumming. Colby Cumming, you already know.
And you know me, over here always trying to save your life. How about them apples?
Look how fucking weird this is. Chris has to endure this, by the way. He is required. He's been fully cucked. He's been rendered a bitch by Whitney because she holds all the power. She's got the money. Chris has nothing. Chris is a nobody. Chris is washed up. Chris is holding on to Whitney for dear life. She is his raft at this point. She's the only thing keeping him from the cold, cold ocean that he will be drowning in without her support. So he's got to wear a pink t-shirt and be filmed selfie style on Instagram for her fucking shitty followers. He has no choice.
Over here always trying to save your life.
Deep exhale, stare at the camera. Think to yourself, ruminate, reflect. How did I get into this situation? What did I ever do to deserve this? Can anyone think of anything that Chris Cole might have done to get himself into a predicament such as this? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? Yup. Wow, that was fucking steezy. Little alley-oop nose block. Damn. Still going off. It's so random he's such a good park skater. You wouldn't really assume that based off a lot of his like street tricks. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god. That was so fucking clean. Oops. Oh, I'm fucking up big time here. Wow. Stylish. Jesus, man. No knee pads, no nothing. Oh, back at it. Wow. Dude, he's like so fucking steezy on a quarter pipe. That is such a fucking sick trick. Yeah, for when he's skating transition, it seems like it like gives him a chance to eradicate a lot of the stiffness that you see in his street skating these days. Like this. Like he's bussing on that. His IG. One of the biggest regrets that I have when I was covering skateboarding, I was way too fucking mean to Jamie Griffin, dude. Most of the people I look back on, I'm like, yeah, that guy was a fucking dickhead. He deserved it. Jamie Griffin did not deserve the way that I treated him. I was not fair to Jamie Griffin. Nobody was treated worse or more unfairly than Jamie Griff. Dude, come on. Like, he has a skateboarding IQ of a child. The reason that I say that is because I was like so focused on like, you know, finding a problem with every single thing that I was looking at, because Jamie Griffin clearly didn't skate like, you know, in a traditional style. Like, I was not appreciating enough like the absolute like off the wall shit that he was pulling off. Even if it looked terrible, the fact that it was even possible, you know, it should have been, I think, more effective on me. Oh my God, almost 500,000 likes. You know it's a good clip if somebody drops this. This goes triple platinum in every comment section. Nah, I could do that shit. I like this guy though. This is good. Who's that Red Bull skater who looks like Jake? This guy's like Jake Wooten but cool. This is a really fucking overstimulating video. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, that was nasty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This kid is this kid's giving like what, a number 7 from Stranger Things. Like, I think she's imbuing him with some sort of power. Or is it 0? What's Millie Bobby Brown called in this show? It is something. Okay. Yeah, she's like number 8. Wow. That was so fucking sick. Wow. Dude, he skates fast. Yeah, this is my favorite part so far, and this part feels like it's an actual part. I think the way that a lot of this is reading to me is the editing is so quick. Yeah, I think the way this is edited kind of feels like intentionally like fast paced and aggressive to sort of distract from the fact that a lot of the skating is feeling kind of mediocre. But this part's really good. This guy's amazing. So clean. Huh. Wow, look at this shit, dude. really like the I like the tucked t-shirt with slip-ons uniform that he's running with. Nobody has the courage to do this, but he's got the build for it. He's got the physique. Wow, dude. Dude, he's like serving curran with like almost a little more sauce. Dare I say this was a Curran Caples Mog? Is it just me, or does Mason seem to be wearing more Huff branded apparel in the Huff video? Is anyone else noticing an uptick? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, it was nice, but, you know, Dylan Jaeb's posting that as an Instagram reel. This was so fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
And by stupid, I mean like stupidly clean. Dude, just nasty. But Dylan Jaeb is extremely hairy. Like, he looks like he's halfway through his transformation into becoming a gorilla. Like, he got bit by, like, you know, he's like on some Spider-Man, some Spider-Man genetic altering, transformation. Like, look at his shoulder. That's hair on his shoulders. You can't really see it that clear. Look at his back. You go on this guy's Instagram, you see a video of him. Sure, he has some of the most dense chest hair I've ever seen. It was like such a shock, because he seems so unassuming when you just look at him. When you just look at his head. But yeah, he's got fucking shoulder hair. And he's got, look at the nape of his neck. It's forested. It must feel, I'm sorry for this, Dylan. I apologize. But it must feel for him, you know, like after you get a haircut before they take the cape off you, or after they take the cape off you, and you got a bunch of fucking hair like down the back of your neck and shit, and you're like, I'm fucking itching. It is all on your shoulders and shit too. You're in there blood. Like, I can't wait to get home and take a fucking shower. There's fucking hair all over your car and shit. That's just Dylan's, that's his reality, man. He's permanently in a post-haircut state of being. He's a high T male. Isn't it so funny that this was Dylan Jaeb's career trajectory? Like, who would have seen this coming? That he'd be like a Nike cool guy? I guess that's what everybody wants to be, really, or what most people want to be in skateboarding, so it makes sense. Nobody's doing it like this. Look at that hair, man. Holy fuck. Did I say this already? I feel like I compared somebody else's hair to this, but I need the bleached version. Yeah, that's close enough. Yeah, that's what Dylan Jaeb's hair looks like to me, if anybody was wondering. It's the same color. It's basically the same thing. Because there are these he clearly is putting some kind of gel in it, and it's making these gigantic strands. That's what I think. I think of DeAndre Ayton's hair when I look at Dylan Jaeb now. Do a fucking. This is my problem with you, Dylan. That was impressive, but you make it too easy. Now I have to see a double kickflip out of this. I gotta give them credit. They were smart enough not to write Plan B next to her selfie, which is what I was hoping this graphic would be. So casually. This is the most Plan B thing ever. I feel like this is not an indicator of a trend, because they should have been doing this the whole time. Okay, so I think this is going to be, you kind of have seen stuff like this already, where basically companies like Plan B that still maintain large distribution in skating, but have like no pull when it comes to their team. Like Plan B already is this fractured group of random skaters that no young people give a fuck about. So they have nothing to lose by doing a Stare, whatever her name is, collab. In fact, this is like the right move for them. So, and I think it's like, you know, we're in an era of skating right now where there are companies, you know, Girl is probably going to start doing more of this stuff at some point. Girl has already been relatively collab heavy, but they've been, I think, conscious about doing anything that really steps over a perceived line like this does. But it's like, what do you have? Like, you don't have anything to lose if you're Plan B, in my opinion. They're just like an irrelevant brand that persists. So I think that companies that are like new and more cutting edge, not going to do this kind of thing, but like, this is like skateboarding's in a really weird place where like major brands like this are still around, but not really contributing anything culturally. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if this sort of thing becomes more popular. Like the first, like, I think suggestion that to me, from what I can remember, that this is the direction that things were going, was the Battle at the Barracks when they did the influencer bracket. Like every industry, I think, kind of follows a similar trajectory where they reject like the power of the influencer, and then inevitably like the market is too, like even a cool shoe brand like Last Resort was giving me shoes for a long time. Like it's just too easy. It's too big of a free throw. So you have to like violate some of your principles. Plan B is literally the oldest brand still around in skating after Powell and Santa Cruz. I mean, that's nice, Fusili. But yeah, I mean, they don't have, like, I would doubt any of you in here would consider yourselves to be fans of Plan B. Like, do you want to see their website? I mean, I check in on their boards every once in a while, but yeah, I mean, Aurelien Giroux, fucking whichever McClung, Gustavo Ribeiro Joslin. I mean, look at this. Laser Crawford is goated. God, I love Joslin, though. Yeah, I mean, they have individual skaters that maybe are to some of your preferences, but there is no team, like, connectivity to speak of. They're not like a squad that is all living in the same city that is like going out and getting clips. Like, they have very much like an old, like skate, like an old Brands approach to a team, which is just names.
What up?
Oh my God! No way! I love this starting frame, man. What are you boys so what is? Look at the shame on everyone's face. Why are you guys all looking down? Dude, I like too that standing next to Midler, Louis like, man, I probably shouldn't have cropped this shirt so much. Last thing I want to do is look like this guy, man. Come on, work. There we go. Look, everybody's like, is my shit steezy or do I look like Midler right now? Midler looks like he's about to topple forward, man.
Lou Lopez, Jake Anderson. No one's friends right now.
Dude, how... Midler has had some of like the most confused fashion choices. These Guess jeans. This is probably a fucking like expensive ass shirt too. The t-shirt. No way you found it. You screenshot it and then, oh man, you're a genius. Let's see. How much is this thing? 300. Oh my God. 814 euros. It's not even cool. It's like not even close to being worth that amount of money. You know, he probably ordered it online and was like, this thing's tight. And then it came in the mail and it was like designed for a regular person's body. And it didn't work for a person with Alex Midler body. And he's like, well, I have to wear it. I spent 814 euros on this thing. It's a different Watanabe shirt. That's got to be it. That's it. Okay, well, it's on sale for 425 euros. Or it was until fucking Midler bought all of them. Junya Watanabe. More like Midler wanted this shirt to fit, but it didn't. Help me with that one, guys. Somebody in here can figure that out for me. Damn, Ryan Lay. Anybody else hate these hats? Kind of surprised Patrick Promen's wearing the white hats with like the colored brim. It's kind of like a secretly conservative guy hat, you know? It's like a Republican cap. This just looks like it's from a Followed video. That's actually my pet peeve watching skateboards, is seeing a European clip with 800,000 bikes in the background in 10,000K definition. That makes me want to turn it off. Anyone else? Or is it just me? Way too much nollie flips. That's kind of this guy's thing. Oh, where's Ninja when you need him? Oh, so this is the part of the video where a girl does a drop in? Yeah, that is where we are, Ninja. Oh my God. Okay, ready, guys?
Hi, Dad.
Yo, if you think that hurt, you should try listening to an episode of her podcast. Boom! I did try. Jimmy! There he is. Jimmy, place! This place is Tony Hawk's ramp. Wow, that was real nice. Is somebody gonna start screaming on this song in any second? He already did that, man.
Ever been done? Ever been done though? Did I do it?
Gotta get really
What the fucking fuck was that section? What's a heli? That section was rubbish. Well, honestly, it's not like this. There's the skating's just fine or whatever. For, like, why have its own song though? Why they do an intro with name cards? Just edit it all as one montage. That was weird. That was like really bizarre editing. What's the hell, bro? What does that say on it? What do you guys think it says? How are people still wearing these? Wasn't this like... Ah, fuck my pussy. Didn't everybody kind of like come to the conclusion collectively that when this happened, wasn't everybody like, okay, let's stop? If like a room filled with like 35-year-old millennial interns that work for the fucking Kamala Harris presidential campaign drafted this up, shouldn't you as a skateboarding guy, you know, cutting edge type of individual, subculture, creature of a subculture, you know, type of fella, shouldn't you... What's the hell? This is not a line, bro. You do a back tail heel flip downhill 4 miles per hour and then a tray? No, come on, man. What is this? That was weird. I couldn't even see what happened there. What the fuck? This is a crazy fit. Kind of some Midler style here. What the fuck? I've never seen any. I literally, you are probably the first person in human history, Kyle Walker, to wear camo pants with a white shirt and a white hat. You know what it is? This is a black guy outfit. That's actually what this is. I realized it. If it was a black guy wearing this, it would look very socially acceptable. You guys saying no. Some of you guys are saying no, but don't make me get Canva out. Don't make me put Kyle Walker in blackface to prove my point. Because I'm not above it. I'll do it. My career would be over, but you guys would see I'd be right. You guys would be like, well, we could never watch one of his streams again, but he was correct about this being an acceptable outfit for a black guy. So I'm not going to do it unless you guys force my hand. Never wrong, just early. Dude, story of my life. What? Enhance. Nah, on with the trumpet too. It was like on beat with the trumpet. Ugh. Oh, don't draw additional attention to that with the editing, guys. What the fuck? This is like YouTuber level skating right here. When you hop around in a manual to set up for your overly complicated flip trick out of the manual. Holy fuck. Varial heel? Come on, just do it to me. Okay, no matter how swag you pop that varial heel out, it did not justify the fucking visual molestation that was inflicted upon all of us. If you're going to do that, you need to laser flip out. It's already so disgusting, you might as well make it more disgusting. Oh, he's back. He got 2 clips in this fit. Yeah. That used to be a big deal when people would do this kind of stuff. Remember, like 9 years ago, if you saw somebody doing a long 50-50 grind, you're like, oh, holy fucking fuck. That guy did a long 50-50 grind. Now, when you see somebody do that, you're like, I've saw somebody guy do that with 1 foot on Instagram. He got into a 50-50 and then went into cannonball and put 1 foot out, and he was wearing flip-flops, and the rail was longer than the one that was in this video. Thanks to people like Ducky Kovacs for ruining everything. Thanks. His penis is bigger than mine, according to my ex. Are you serious, man? Well, how big is yours? What you working with, boy? Joe Schmo. I want to know how much bigger. This guy's gone quiet all of a sudden. I like the chats that come out of nowhere like that, where it's like a little too specific for the guy to be trolling. You know what I mean? It's like, if he is joking, that's very funny, but I don't think he is. That was so insane. Wow. He straight up will really come through with the tweaker style from time to time. I wish he was a little more tweaked out. Like, this is the kind of outfit I like from him. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Naruto run indeed. But I like his shit fully unhinged. I guess I really do, come to think of it, I really do appreciate that camo pants with the white hat, white shirt. That dirty South. But this ollie, because you don't know what's coming afterwards, this ollie looks really funny because he looks so scared. Jesus. Weak. 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 Good. Weak. Weak. Faster. Faster. I like the varial heel. What the fuck is Louis doing there? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Okay, now I'm mad. Boo! Oh, yeah. He borrowed Kyle's hat for this line. Oh! Holy fuck. Does he have it sideways for this one? God, that is so cool. Look at his style. Look at his steez. Look at the way that he chooses to express himself through his clothing, his fashion sense. That's nice, dude. Wait, he fully copied Jocko? Whatever, dude. It's not ABD until Asodi does it.
Got this shit right here. We got time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Damn. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather. Oh, he got fucking murked. Oh my god. Look at this screenshot. Beanie flying off. Board. 8 feet diagonal in the other direction. Dude, I was at Jumbo's Clown Room last night. I saw a lot of this. Spinning around the pole.
It's actually waves. It's crazy. There's never waves.
Okay, what? So you want me to fuck you, Sean? Is that what you want? You want us to fuck you? Okay, you got what you wanted. We all want to fuck you, Sean. You're coming out of the beach. You're coming out of the water with your shirt off, with your little golden jewelry on. You're glistening. You're wet. It's actually crazy. Usually there's no waves. I just peed in there.
There's never waves.
Come on, let's see him from the top now. Give us a good top angle of his naked body sprawled out in the sand.
The water's so nice. It's crazy.
Oh, give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a break. I mean, is this actually how you behave? Like, do you go to the beach and then, like, get into your BMW convertible, not even, like, bother changing, and then immediately start smoking a cigar while you pull the fucking top down? Is this actually what you do? Because, I mean, your presentation now has gone from, like, cool skateboarder guy, mysterious cool skateboarder, to guy that's trying to sell me, like, a fucking red pill manosphere course. That's actually, like, how far he's gotten. And we're, what, 10 seconds into this?
Sometimes it's just me and him.
I only want to see Sean Pablo drinking juice that's green. Like me. Only this from now on, Sean. You're not looking healthy enough to be drinking full sugar Trader Joe's medley juice. I want you on kale, spinach, celery, no added sugars. Blend that up, make it at home. Fresh. And let's get you in proper working condition. No more fucking cigars either.
Yeah. If I land it, or if I fall, I'll still probably smoke a cigar.
That's Addiction 101. Did you hear this? He's like, at least you have some cigars to celebrate if you land it.
Yeah. If I land it, or if I fall, I'll still probably smoke a cigar.
That's like me when I'm sure, like, well, I had a shitty stream because I was drunk. And then right now I'd be like, this stream is going poorly because I'm sober. All roads lead back to booze. You see what I'm saying? That's how the addictive mind works. It's the same, I think Shane Gillis has like kind of a funny joke about this. It's not like a really original concept, but it's like you go and visit your dad. And I think this is the joke. He's like, he goes and visits his dad, and his dad's like wasted on the couch. He's like, Dad, you're wasted. It's Monday. He's like, what? I'm having a couple beers. Monday Night Football. It's like, fuck it. What the fuck's wrong with you? And he comes back on Tuesday or Wednesday, because I think there's football on Tuesday. He comes back on Wednesday, and his dad's drunk on the couch again. And he's like, Dad, what the? You're fucking wasted on a Wednesday. And he's like, what? There's no football. What the fuck am I supposed to do? That's Sean Pablo with his cigars. Yeah. The impression I'm getting from this is it feels like you're watching a bubble that's about to pop. You know what I mean? Everybody's pulling up in their sports cars, smoking cigars for a spot that's on a dock in Miami. And the trick in question is being performed by a guy in a designer belt, and it's a pole jam over a fire hydrant. I'm sorry, this cannot be generating that much money. Somebody involved here is losing a lot of cash real fast, and they're doing so within the interest of keeping up some sort of illusion, but that illusion is going to crumble shortly, because whoever is paying for all this shit, the Rubin brothers, they're probably gonna get tired of doing that. Money laundering, that could definitely be the case too. That's a good point. Fucking twat. Sissy Pratt, that's what Neo says.
Kind of the run-of-the-mill content that's being pushed out to the world.
And another brand, you have to basically do whatever they
I like that too. Talking shit on regular skate videos. Calling them run-of-the-mill. Yeah, because what you guys did was fucking incredible. You guys produced the most expensive fucking skate video, probably maybe one of the most expensive skate videos ever, based off how much you were paying everybody in that video, and it was unwatchable slop. It was actually crap. You guys spent tens of thousands of dollars making something that would get absolutely actually got like really fucking eviscerated by something like the last Melodi video, which was probably filmed for, you know, $8,000 total. That's not even like, that doesn't even cover Sean Pablo's monthly salary at your stupid fucking fake House of Cards skateboarding brand. And you're gonna go around talking shit about what other people are doing. If you were in any fucking position to do that.
Edgelord is it's like a reaction to it's a
That's always good. It's always good when somebody asks you what it is that the brand that you're what the brand is that you're skating for. You go
a cultural uprising. It's a revolution.
Oh, please.
For me, what it is I'm just sick of everything. I'm sick of every new
That guy quit. He quit. This guy that you put in your video, he doesn't skate for the brand anymore. He's gone. And it's also funny to see, like, there's a whole fucking like tech startup here. Like, this much time and effort and money and manpower is being poured into such a colossal, gargantuan piece of fucking steaming horseshit. Like, one guy with a MacBook from the year 2014 can create a more compelling piece of media than an entire group of people working out of Miami in this fucking space that's probably like $26,000 a month to fucking rent. I mean, look at this guy. There's a guy who's married with an Apple Watch, wearing a corduroy shirt with a gaming laptop. What does this guy know about skate videos? Nothing. I can tell just by looking at him and his accessories. He doesn't know shit. He's probably illegally importing cigars. That's a good point. He might not even be working on the skate stuff. I was going to talk about this. Unfortunately, like, the trajectory of the like child star FA skater is so predictable, where it's like these people live in this bubble that's so insulated, and they get paid regardless of whether or not they're productive, which is a bad setup. And there's no incentive to, you know, do your actual job. Like, most people, unless they're highly driven, are not going to do their job and show up if they get paid regardless. Especially, I think, the personality type that would be attracted to skateboarding. So you go through years and years and years of either doing nothing or doing close to nothing, doing the bare minimum, and then you get paid because you still have this this appearance and this like kind of mysterious swag about you. That's essentially what you get paid to maintain. But like the more you live the lifestyle that you're almost paid to live, eventually like the buck's got to stop at some point and you're going to run out of juice. And then you end up watching people who have run out of juice that have to pretend like they haven't run out of juice. My opinion is the reason that these people like Sean Pablo, Aiden Mackey, Beatrice, KB, the reason these kinds of, these skaters had, Beatrice not obviously to the same extent because she's been her whole thing has been more of a farce, but the reason they've had like this pull and attraction is because of the skating. So you have to continue doing the thing that makes you appealing to people for you to like maintain your swag, But once you stop doing that, you're running on borrowed time, I think. So that is my assessment of that.
To me right now, it represents like a good environment.
I've never once described my future as unwritten. They think they're monumental skaters off a few clips in a big brand, but they have laid down that work to be real. They have not laid down the work to be real legends. The problem is, if you're cool, you get paid by the coolest brands. So FA, Supreme, Converse, that's his situation. He has like dream sponsor set up. And you just kind of keep getting paid regardless. So I think unless you're a particular personality type who's hypercritical of yourself, it's so easy to just kind of stop giving a fuck. Because you're making so much money. Like, for essentially just being yourself, right? Like, just expressing yourself on a skateboard, you get paid a ludicrous sum. You kind of have to be like a chosen one. But it's not forever. Dill's personal approach to his own skating was, okay, I'm going to live like a rock star, and then I'm going to see how long I can get these brands to pay me for doing as little as possible. Like, if you look at Dill's legacy, last time I checked, like, he doesn't have that much skating, really. Like, he wasn't a super, productive skater. He was just like a big style, edgy party guy. And so when he started his own brand, though, Dill did a good job building FA, in terms of the branding and the marketing, the overall style and the direction of the brand. Like, he did all of that really well. And he, lifted a lot of his ideas from Dax Shepard and also stole a lot of, so many writers from Alex Olson. Like, he is kind of a con man, but he was a good con man. You know what I mean? He's a successful con man. The part of his brand, I think, anyway, they never even put out a full length after 10 years. And the other part of it is, like, I think if you're going to run a brand and be in charge of a bunch of riders, because in the skateboarding industry, the way it kind of works is you have like shoe sponsors, you have your wheel sponsors, you have your clothing sponsor, but for like the person who is kind of in charge of molding your career and kind of giving you instruction and mentoring you, providing you with some direction, is the person who runs the board sponsor. So I think Dill took his personal approach to skating, which was it's cool to do nothing and get paid. And he encouraged people that ride for him to have the same attitude, which is fine if that's you and you're trying to, take advantage of your sponsors and get paid to do nothing. But when you own a business, like, you have a vested interest in trying to get the best out of all of your skaters. Otherwise, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot. And I would also say that, like, it's not really like a responsible position, in my opinion, to pay a bunch of people to do nothing and then like provide very little incentive or urgency around them being productive. Because it's like, you're not like encouraging people to be the best possible versions of themselves. And I think that's what you should do in a managerial role. So now X amount of years worth people getting kicked off for doing nothing, people leaving because nothing is happening. And then all of a sudden there's been like this shift where FA is like, oh my God, we have to do something now. So they overcompensated in the opposite direction. They put fucking Louis Lopez on, which first of all, like bit of a stretch there. Let's be honest, like he doesn't exactly fit. He's a little too good. He's a little too polished. He doesn't really have much edge, but it's like, okay, he's so good, and they put him in a couple edits, and it's like, it kind of works. Like, it's, you know, not fully bought in, but I'm not going to throw a fucking fit about it. Then they go and they put on Jake Anderson and Curran Caples. And it's like, you guys are clearly like desperate at this point. Desperate. So now we're like, in my opinion, the brand is in a position where it's like, good luck coming back from this. Good luck, because it seems like you guys don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. And yeah, now we're here. So I think a lot of what made Dill, like, ironically, or not, you know, not what the same thing, but Dill is good at running a brand, but he's also really bad at running a brand. Like, I think FA obviously needed like a TM. Somebody to, you know, kick these people's asses into high gear. Because it seems like you have to be self-sufficient and self-motivated in order to succeed on that for that brand. It looks pretty ridiculous to see a MX bike in at skateboarding spots. Oh my fucking God, man. Jesus Christ. That was fucking insane. What? Oh my God. Wow. That's where FA is. They gotta hire a guy to ride a fucking motorcycle for them. Because they're not getting any clips on a skateboard, that's for sure.
Bro, and the thing that I think works about FA is that they have an aesthetic. When I think of them, I think of like black and white photography with like a film stock grain all over it, and that's the vibe that they're speaking to, and it's always been that way.
You think about black and white photography with film grain on it.
Film stock grain all over it, and that's the vibe that they're speaking to, and it's always been that way. They're smart marketers. They know what their skate team.
Okay. This guy just got kicked off Vans. This guy just got a shoe for Converse because he's good at rapping. Come on. And he's a good skater, but he hasn't skated for years. Then Burl. We love Burl. This guy doesn't skate for the company, and neither does this guy. And this guy's stoned.
Team needs to look like. Their skaters vibe with the aesthetics of the product. They produce just the right. Team needs to look like. Their skaters vibe with the aesthetics of the product. They
okay, I like that
produce
sentence.
Just the right amount to make sales, but sell out all their drops. And they've never gotten too big for their britches. Like it's $50 tees and $100 hoodies, like that perfect one step up market. And
that's the same as Polar. I guess he doesn't. I guess he just likes the FA logos, but it's like, you know, if you're going to accuse bipolar with the big boy of like having lost its cultural cachet, the same thing applies to FA. Like FA is not cool anymore. Like I agree that they've been a well executed, like they've been a well executed brand, like one of the most successful in skateboarding, but like the whole like strung out druggy, you know, chain smoking, cigarette, emo, black and white photo with film grain on top of it look isn't like cool anymore. That's dated, and that's the entire thing that the brand hinges off of. I would encourage you to, you know, look up a photo of their new team, if they've even been able to get a photo of all of those guys in the same place at once. Like, FA has made some pretty unfortunate decisions in terms of their roster management. Like, you know, their FA's current position is they're doing Skull Candy collabs and trying to convince you that they're still cool at the same time while they just put on Curran Caples and Jake Anderson. Like, they're fighting tooth and nail to not sell their stuff in Zoomies. And this is the kind of like knowledge, my opinion, because I do this full time. This guy doesn't cover skateboarding full time, clearly. Like, this is the kind of knowledge that you have if you actually pay attention to this stuff. This is why it's hard to cover skateboarding, because this guy is talking about how this brand is out of date and this brand is cool when his opinions are like 3-4 years out of date.
They're not squeezing their fans dry. And
hockey is in Zoomies now, as it should be. Like, my opinion is like, okay, the industry is doing so badly right now. Anybody who is posturing as if it's sustainable, if you're a regular skate brand, to not sell in Zoomies, like, you're still cool. You're going to have to make decisions that will affect the perception of your brand, like what hockey is doing. Or like what FA is doing. They're doing Skull Candy collabs. They're trying to look like they're a cool brand, you know, and they still got it together, but it's like, they're not. They're suffering. Everybody is suffering. Just put the shit in Zoomies. Like, who are you kidding? Why bleed money? Just do it. Kids will buy it. Make it accessible, you know? Maybe that nukes your brand, but it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to bleed out? Are you going to bleed to death? Because I think if you're running a business, not that I really know anything about this, but this is my, you know, guess. If you're running a business, when you make decisions to you know, execute particular moves is very important. So, like, if you're on the downswing as a skate company and you're running out of money, you're losing money every single year, and you're like, no, we're still cool, and then you're essentially dead broke and nobody is really into you anymore, and then you go, okay, now we'll sell in Zoomies. It's like, it's too late. You missed the bus. So you got to time your move intelligently and be like, yeah, we're going to sell out and do this while there's even anything to still sell. So who knows? Maybe the industry picks back up again in some amount of time and you don't have to, you know, keep selling in Zoomies. But yeah, I think most of these brands that are trying to do it without that kind of move, it's like, you got to do it, man. There's not a lot of good stores down here in the South, and when Zoomies hit the malls, the shit was GG. Even though my area has grown and attracted more stores and businesses, Zoomies will forever be goated. I got nothing but positive things to say about Zoomies. At this point, I'm like, if Zoomies wants your product, fucking give it to them, man. What are you, too cool for Zoomies? I just tried to buy eggs and my card got declined. And you think I'm going to sit here and tell you not to put your products in Zoomies? Bitch, I'm trying to get into Zoomies. The fuck? Get my ass in. I'll stream from a Zoomies. Zoomies bag or Edgelord bag? Definitely Zoomies bag. Dude, Zoomies has been in the game since I as long as I can remember. As long as I've been around, Zoomies has been around. I have reason to believe that Zoomies has been around for longer than I have. Edgelord just got here, funded by war crimes. I got my start from I've spent a lot of money in Zoomies. Zoomies has been a valuable resource for me over the years. I have a pro board hanging up in Zoomies. Look at my kick flips. You guys had no idea, did you? Oh, so creamy. Run that back. I have the best kickflip in this Twitch chat. That's the best kickflip I've ever done, though. Neo filmed it. Is that Converse toe box? Yeah. Tis. No, 11 and a half at the warehouse. I told Neo this morning, I'm just tired of being treated like a fat girl. And that's how they treat me. They treat me like a fat girl, man. They never take me out anywhere nice. They don't tell their friends about me. They just keep me hidden. And then I get a text at fucking 2:30 a.m. Come over. I come over every time. It's disrespectful, degrading sex between me and Last Resort. And then I feel terrible about it, and I come home and I do it all over again. And now I'm putting my foot down. Rock, thank you. But what if it's love? Well, if it was love, he wouldn't be treating me that way, would he? That's at the end, Windblown Sun. Treating you like a dirty slut. That's exactly right, Sammy. And I won't say who, but somebody important over there.
God, that
fucking
would be a
DM'd
matchup,
me
man.
and was like, "Hey, write that." I kind of didn't know if I wanted to invite Jeff because he's like too good. Burl versus Gillette, dude, my dream. Wow. Interesting. What do you guys think about the Greyson Fletcher wearing Tiagos? Ryan laced. It looks like so wrong to me to be wearing cutoff pants with fucking Tiagos. That was cool. I don't see that on transition that much. It's funny, like seeing 50-50 grinds is not shocking at all these days. It's still cool because he's a transition skater that he can do stuff like this, but the 50-50s have almost just been like completely ruined by Braden Hobon type individuals. Oh, look like mine. Damn, that was freaking saucy, bruh. Super nice technique. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know he could kickflip and then bone it in exactly the same way that he bones his frontside ollies. That's pretty impressive. Wow. Jesus Christ, that angle's almost crazier. He's so, like, buttery in there. He's doing a fucking karate kick. Yeah, there's, like, a real softness to the way that it, like, meets his feet. And then I guess he kickflips out and he's, like, kickflipping forward. Like, it feels like there's a lot of forward momentum to his kickflip, which sounds stupid because obviously he has to kickflip forward. But just where it, like arrives when it hits his feet. Wow. pretty sick to catch it on the way up like that. Wow. Like, okay. I guess it's about creating, you know, something that's greater than the sum of its parts with a transition heavy video like this. But something like this, I'm like, okay, how easy is this for him? He's literally like the 1 foot air master. Like it's nice, but it's like clips like this, I'm like, I think they're just supposed to get like lost in, you know, in the mix. We did this at South Pass. Yes, we did. That's very true, Nia. This is what I wanted to pay attention to. Yeah, that's a cool sequence. Honestly, I think and it was filmed pretty well too. I feel like this type of skating is so fucking impressive to see in person, but doesn't like have exactly the same effect on me when I'm watching a video part. I don't know. I feel like there's not enough street footage in here, really. But when you see people that can skate parks like this in real life, it's like, oh my fucking God, this guy's amazing. But it's just like not, like stuff like that is not exactly what I always want to see, I guess. Or maybe there's just so much of it in this part. What? Yeah, that's definitely not a Sodi part. And that's like that was almost really impressive, but no. Like this is like a straight up a redo. And I hate to be like Mr. Oh, I'm watching on my computer and he just did an insanely gnarly kickflip, but it's like, okay, at what point, like, you got to have standards for this, especially if it's the fucking ender for your video part. He's doing a manual and his foot is on the ground. I mean, I'll let Ninja handle this. Ninja will take this guy to the cleaners.
It adds style. If I wanted to land it without my toe dragging on the ground, brother, listen, Greyson fucking Fletcher can land the trick however he wants. I wanted to land with my toe on the ground and my arms wackily wiggling everywhere because that's style.
Like, it's not like it makes me happy to say that. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's also like this guy's a skate park expert and it's a skate park clip and it's a skate park part. And all skateboarding should like be kind of as clean as you can get it, I think, for most of the time. But it's just like, especially I feel like in skate parks, it's like part of the appeal of Greyson Fletcher, I think, is that he's so smooth. And he has this like particular form about the way that he skates that's like so impressive and unique. Like the way he can bone out these tricks is unreal. So it's like the first 90% of this is like amazing, and then it just like ends really poorly. Do you know what I mean? So like part of what I think the appeal of his skating is kind of like undermined by it ending this way. I don't think it like Van's tap. Gotta love the way that Shredder News phrases things. Vans taps TikTok star. Damn, son. Bella Porch to lead its new off the wall movement. Oh no. I mean, I know this is Shredder News, but this is also true. The marketing is giving hello. I mean, Bella Porch, I don't even think it's like that relevant anymore, is she? I mean, she hasn't popped up on my FYP for a few years now. Dude, the SZA thing, now this, like, it seems like they've fully given up on trying to project any like type of authentic image. Do you know what I mean? That's tied to any of the programs that they, you know, sponsor and endorse, any of the action sports. Seems like that's totally out the window. They're basically just ready to whore, which that might work for a little bit, but I mean, I think that associating yourself with this type of individual as a shoe brand that's like has the reputation and legacy that Vans has, like, I don't see that playing out well over the long term. The SZA creative director hire kind of said everything, where there's zero indication that SZA has any talent in that department whatsoever. She is just a famous singer, and they're trying to do audience capture of her fans and people that, like, you know, that are similar to her fans specifically. Like, she's a glorified spokesperson for the company. That's not a creative director. Like, there's no reason to assume that SZA would be able, you know, and I guess maybe SZA is the one who's deciding this. I don't know. But it's funny because the last that we heard about Vans, you know, about a year and a half ago, their marketing, you know, their statement about their recent marketing was apparently, oh, well, we lost touch with the grassroots and Vans doesn't have its edge anymore, and we need to figure out how to get that back. This, I don't think, is going to restore Vans's once hardcore image, making furry slip-ons. I don't know if that's going to work too good. Yeah, I mean, they're doing stuff with net spend as well. Net spend's not as bad, I would say, because at least he's an artist and he's just doing collabs or whatever. But I think influencer stuff is just like, it's not, especially like short form brain rot influencer. You know, she's probably doing. Europe is such a stupid continent. They have a girl, Vil Wester, and she's literally called Vilma. Is this like decided later, or is this actually her real name from birth? Incredible transition. Oh, that is the volume bar for some reason. Very nice. Very well done. Do you think he had the tutorial open on his second monitor as he put this in his skate video? That's why using iMovie is good. It'll prevent you from getting too big for your britches. Can really see the hockey inspo. Yeah, I got a bit of that as well. Wow. It's still got a little bit of it's still got a little bit of the kind of like teenage angst thing there with the editing and some of the B-roll, but from what I can recall, it's like it seems to have matured quite a bit. Wow. Yeah, I gotta be honest, like, this is so far, you know, a lot easier to watch than the Huff video, which I did not expect myself to be saying. The Huff video was kind of edited in such a way where I was just like, oh, I really felt like boxed in watching that. Like the edit was kind of making me claustrophobic. And I get that's part of the intention, but it didn't feel, it felt like someone operating within their own formula and style, like too abiding by that too closely. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this is the slam section. So this is the dude that sacked it like, what was it, 8 times in the last video? A pushing clip into a sack clip. Oh, double sack clip. Awesome sauce. Some people don't know when to call it quits. Like the same exact thing, too. Again? No way! Wow. Call that the Michael Jordan of sacking. He got a 3-peat. Back to back to back. NBA Finals champion. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen a triple sack clip before. There's more? You're lying. How many times must you scorpion explode your scrotum into a scorpion on this trick? No, please not again. Dude, come on. 5? 5 sacks? Like, how does this dude even find himself in these situations? This is a really sick idea, doing a hippie jump over like a cellar gap. But how do you end up getting credit carded here? Like this guy's so accident prone that when you're thinking about, oh, this is the worst possible scenario for what I'm doing here, it's probably not going to happen, but I should be aware of it even if it does, so that I can, account for that possibility. That possibility seems to happen to this guy every single time he skates. Oh my God. Dude, I mean, what are you doing? This is like the 3rd retirement worthy slam. Oh my, he gets so fucking bodied. That he's a model, so this is the universe balancing out, unfortunately. Okay, I see. This is his karmic payback for his genetics. Got it. I mean, I like it. I respect it, but I just like cannot imagine like stepping to these spots knowing what happens to me. Woo! Excellent style. This is yeah. My Melodi expectations. Neo-tribal Neo-tribal blood close up with a t-shirt that's got a bunch of random blown out screen print all over it. Cyber sigilalism, that's what they call it. That's really unfortunate that that they had cyber sigilalism at Target. Though it seems like a lot of you guys kind of dodged a bullet there, because I thought that when there was cyber sigilalism bikini at Target, I thought that that was like, it was gonna go mainstream. But it seems like that was maybe a one-off. So you guys might be okay. I could see Joe with a cyber sigil tattoo. I don't have any tattoos. Dude, these belts, man. What are we doing with these belts? Like, this is psychopathic. I get that this is the point of the brand, but seriously. I said it, and I'll say it, like, it's you look like you like slept over at your stripper girlfriend's house, and then you forgot your belt, and you're like, I didn't expect to go skateboarding the next day. So you've got to use one of her accessories. Also, yeah, skating with that belt buckle, that's dangerous. You're gonna pierce one of your vital organs with that thing. Nice. Oh my lord. Another iconic Kyler Garrison clip. You guys gotta take notes. I'm taking notes too. Black wife beater. Ooh. With the chain. And look at these cargos. Are these Timbs? What are these? This is so fucking nuts. That was honestly like an incredible clip. Like, perfect style. Yeah, perfect style clothing wise and perfect style skateboarding wise. 10,000 IQ trick idea. No notes. One of the best in the game. No question about it. Kyler Garrison and Poe Pinson kind of looked like they may be related closely. I think we've all had that in the back of our minds for some time now. Yes. Let's get a little zoom on this fit as well. Okay, nice fingerless gloves, wallet chain, double fronts, Union Jack beanie, white thermal underneath, graphic shirt. What else? The boots are back, I presume. Was that a Punkinyo underwear? Okay, the Malibu with the Union Jack is a little crazy. International style. Kyler Garrison. But pretty good. I really like Kyler. Oh! So tech. In the Timberlands. They aren't even Timbs. He's on some new shit we don't even know about yet. He's got no sponsors. Hit him up. Fuck you want me to do for him? Make him wear a twitch.tv/IODOP graphic tee. Yo, could you get a clip in this for me, bro? The Ender's actually impressive as hell. That spot sucks. I mean, the last fucking what button was that even? The last spot was terrible too, and he did a nose slide inward heel on it. I mean, he's just like making everything 3 times as difficult as it needs to be for himself. Like skating really rough spots, wearing work boots, and doing tech tricks, but that's the entire charm. Come on, dude. Wow. What is this pizza delivery outfit? Unbuttoned polo with the hat just a little crooked, a little off to the side. Remember that. Oh my God. Wow. Dude, those things are hard to grind. Barriers, because when you get on there, like, they don't really hold you in place at all. You can see, like, this type of polished, like, this finished concrete with wax is, like, so slippery. So being on top of something like this for this long, that's, like, really challenging and dangerous. And he has to, like, kind of pop over this first segment here, and then he still stays in the 50. Like, this is a crazy clip. You can kind of see right before he hits the corner here and he turns it, he almost, like, flies out of it. It's because his wheel goes through that little hole. But yeah, that's what I would expect. Like, as soon as you try to get in this thing, you just slip out. But he somehow stayed on top of that the whole time. Apparently this was an accident. I could see that. But I mean, either way, he fucking did it. Yeah, I'm guessing he probably meant to get off around here at some point. I'm assuming the accidental part was when he kept going around this section right here. But that's how it happens sometimes. Coles actually did this on accident. He was initially trying to grind to the second barrier. Okay, but he ended up standing up perfectly on this try and somehow took it to the end. We were in shock. Unfortunately, my angle was pure dog shit. We tried redoing it with a better angle, but there was no way he was making it to the end again. Watching it now, I'm glad he didn't redo it. It makes the clip that much more special. It shows the exact kind of skater and person Cole is, the most genuine, kind-hearted, talented person you'll ever meet. Well, kind of a bit of an escalation there. I don't know how we came to that conclusion from him accidentally holding a 50-50 for a long time. But I agree with the first part of that, which is that this angle's good. And you like it. The fact that it happened this way is fine. There's no need to redo it. But yeah, the second barrier, that's what I was thinking. He probably tried to get off here and then was just stuck up there. But you wouldn't even, I don't even think you would suspect based off the angle that like it was an accident. I like the angle. Only a pure soul could do that accidentally, right? Only the universe would reward somebody with a 50-50 grind like that. Wow, that was really good. Color me highly impressed. Dime video. Okay, well, we're on a roll. We might as well keep going. Yeah, I really got to give the Melodi guys credit. Just watching this now afterwards, it's really impressive how like immersive that video was, and it was very engaging. Like it had my full attention, but it didn't feel like it was like demanding or insisting. You know, the way that the Huff video was. Like the Huff video was like almost asking too much of me. Getting head. Okay, really quick. Let's do Ethica box unboxing. You heard that correct. I just opened my front door and I found a box with a bunch of Ethica stuff in it. I just got it. They commented on my reel. And then I requested a box. I said, box, please. Okay. Socks, good. These are a good test, you know, to see if she really loves you. Things go well. Headed back to her place. You take off your pants. And you got these things on. If she doesn't stop you, put a ring on it, man. Isn't it amazing? Like, there's nothing like that I feel like can more immediately make you look worse than a style of hat that doesn't suit you. I feel like I just went from being like kind of relatively relatable guy who's laid back to completely unhinged, which is entirely based off the ridiculous size of this brim. Oh, dude, he sent me some Sean Pablo themed underwear. Private jet, Lambos, Edgelord. I don't even, like, what? These are even crazier than they looked on the package, man. What? Why am I trying to bring glory to the Chinese Communist Party with my fucking Ethicas, man? What's the connection here? Rob Dyrdek's daily routine in 2025. How he maintains a balanced life for daily excellence. Nothing but good things to say about Rob Dyrdek. I guess I could say that he has a grandmother's mouth. Rob Dyrdek has the mouth of an elderly woman. He believes getting up at 4 a.m. makes a huge difference as one gets an extra hour a day of work. Oh my God. His early waking up routine added an extra 48 days a year for work. Do you think he masturbates? Because if you're this like particular about time management, where you would have calculated you earn an additional 48 days a year by waking up at fucking 4 a.m. I feel like there's no way. I feel like he must have sex like once every other week. And I don't think he jerks off. I think he retains and has bi-weekly sex. He doesn't nut. You need that psychosis. You need all of the energy that you can summon if you're a guy like Rob Dyrdek. And if you're gooning, you're zapping yourself of essential. As per Rob, I've been really getting into the different aspects of brain functionality. Through some research, I found Lumosity, and I started doing it every day. I enjoyed doing it, and I felt like I saw results, so I added it to my core health routine. Sweetie, a hand job is really crucial to me maintaining a high rate of cognition. So we're going to need to add that to my core health routine every morning. You think these are real images of Rob here? I imagine they are. They do look a little suspicious, though. Because why does his faux hawk look extra Indian when he's meditating? I can't help but think that could be some image generation bias. You think this one is AI? It seems like it, right? Are those really his proportions? Are those what his arms look like? Let me see the other ones here. Okay, there's no way this one is that even him? What does this say? This is just gibberish over here. GOIS, and then it's just out of focus. It's fucking AI. They generated fake AI photos for his daily routine. Oh my God. I went on a Hinge date once with a girl who was doing a PhD researching eating disorders. You can just say that you were dating a girl who had bulimia, man. And she said that constantly tracking your weight and making a metric out of every nutritional aspect of your life was the worst precursor to developing something like anorexia. Yeah, I mean, because it's like, it's not going to be, you're not going to have the same baseline every day anyway. So I think it's just a waste of time. You're going to be like reacting to information that's not even like helpful. Okay, this is so obviously not real. They didn't even try. What is this? No, everyone knows that's not what Rob Dyrdek looks like. Oh my God, his head is just gigantic all of a sudden. See, I fucking knew that, like, this is what tipped me off initially, is that his, like, I really think because meditation is considered like a more Eastern practice, that the program they used to generate this, like, gave him a slightly more Indian looking haircut. I swear that's what tipped me off, man. Rob Dyrdek, his family, wife, and kids, it's his top priority. I was present for their entire evolution and have... Evolution? Are they fucking Pokemon, man? To give his... Yeah, according to Rob, he can eat the same meal 7 days a week. Yes, typically, we know this, teriyaki. However, he also has days planned with his family, for instance. Whoa. Thursday night is date night with his wife. Friday night is for pasta. Sunday is for sushi, etc. So does he eat by himself like 5 nights out of the week? Is that what this is saying? Because I feel like if he does eat with his family, then he's really bragging about that. That's fucking crazy if he has a family and eats alone 5 nights out of the week. That's so weird. This is like exactly what I was talking about, where if this is the case, then it's like, what is the point of optimizing yourself in this way if you're like missing out on all of this like on all these crucial parts of, you know, your life? That's so fucked. If that's what is going on, which is what I think it is going on, that is not fucking cool, man. Like, Dad, can we eat dinner with you? It's like, not now. I need to eat 3 hours or 2 hours earlier than everybody else so that I have additional time to digest. It's like, oh, Dad is so cool. Okay, here we go. Rob Dyrdek loves and wants to spend time with his wife and kids, as long as it doesn't interfere with his pattern of digestion. For him, work and family should go hand in hand, with family having an upper hand. Family having an upper hand. I love that phrasing, an upper hand, like it's a battle. Like work and family are at odds with one another. I love this too. Family time in the photo is just Rob watching the news alone. This is family time. Everyone else in his kids and his wife, they're eating dinner. And Rob just had dinner an hour ago, and he sits somewhere that they can see him, but he has his back turned watching television. I thought this was like some sort of like special brand deal or something like that. But okay, this makes sense.
Very unique color. It's hands like a cup.
2 seats for him and his family.
Behind me is my Google Calendar from July 15th, 2015. And as you can see, it doesn't look that interesting, but this is truly one of the most significant days of my life, because this is the very first time that I use qualitative data to assess my overall quality of sleep, life, work, and health. And when you look at this, you know, it's also the very first time that I began to see a calendar as this potential place to store data about myself. But on this particular day, I rated my sleep a 10, you know, which is kind of crazy considering I only slept for 6.5 hours. Life a 7, work a 7, and health a 6, you know, which I can only imagine is because I was eating goldfish, pasta, and ice cream, okay? But to me, why this is so significant and so life-changing to me is the very first time you assess yourself through a 0 to 10 scoring system.
Dude, women have been doing this for hundreds of years, Rob. He thinks he's on some revolutionary. Actually, no, everyone has been doing this. Everyone has been doing this to women for hundreds of years. He thinks he's on something revolutionary here. You're a 6, by the way, Rob.
It's this deeper awareness of how you feel about everything, you know, and what this happened to do for me over time was, as you're asking yourself, how do I feel about my life, work, health, and sleep, you then have to give it a number, but then you have to understand why you feel the way that you feel.
This is so fucking dumb.
And so what happens over time is the more you're using qualitative data of
qualitative data. Listen to the way that he phrases this stuff. Qualitative data. You're just saying like, oh, I ate goldfish and ice cream and pasta today. I guess it was a 6 out of 10 in terms of my diet. That's all he's fucking qualitative data. Like these people never have fucking revolutionary concepts. Like anything that has to be wrapped up with this much language is just trying to disguise this totally like, you know, banal, phony idea as like a fucking revelation.
But what's funny about this entire thing is it's like, I feel like I'm joking about rich guys, you know, becoming cyborgs, but it's almost like the average person, right, would be able to intuitively know this information about themselves, and it wouldn't be hard at all. Like how did you feel about your day? It's like you instantly, your brain, because you're in touch with your emotions, can kind of quantify all of this and then spit out an answer that isn't a number, that is a description of a feeling. So you're like, yeah, it was pretty good. Like this entire process is because Rob is so separated from his feelings as a human being that it's like he is trying to get back in touch with what it means to be a person through math. And there's studies on this too. People that amass a certain amount of money, it gives you brain damage. Rob has brain damage because he's so rich.
begin to reveal themselves that are more quantifiable. And
fucking idiot.
How I view qualitative data is very simple. You know, I view it as 5 is neutral, 6 and above is positive, 4 and below is negative. You know, it's almost like 6 and higher is.
And now he's explaining, he thinks he's smart for explaining how the rating system of 1 through 10 works. And yeah, above a 5 is good, and below a 5 is not good. No fucking shit, man. You think you're telling us something we don't know? You think you came up with that?
So when I build existence, I decided, hey.
Oh my fucking God.
I don't want to do it.
Existence, of course. What is existence if not a series of numbers? That's what existence is to a computer. That's how computers operate. You're a person, Rob. You should not need all of these numbers to understand your existence. It's really fitting that the whole thing is gray. Managing diabetic cat. So Rob was inconvenienced by like one of his pets having a health scare. He's like, oh fuck, I have to take this fucking gay ass cat to the vet. This is such a 4.4 right now.
Your day?
Wife TV, 7 out of 10. How do you think she feels about that, dude? So insane to even write that. How did you feel our date went? 7?
But it was real.
I wish I actually need to go back a little bit so I can see some of these in more detail.
A whole week of your whole life.
Family kids play with friends at Lake Arrowhead. I'm assuming that's what that was. And that's only a 4.9. He hated that. He seems to not like spending time with his family very much. Arrive at lodge and get settled in. 2.3? Why is that so low, man? 2.3 out of 10. What happened? What a freak. Everything to do with his kids seems to be getting an exceptionally low rating. Oh, man, he used to be so cool. Nobody was really doing it quite like Rob. I've never seen anybody like just effortlessly blend together like a Terry Kennedy style of dress with really bright colors and be a white guy. Actually was on something genuinely kind of groundbreaking. Like this is really, really well executed rich skateboarder style. Like he really went from this to always wearing a bomber jacket. I feel like he must have had some sort of experimental procedure done on him that somehow completely robbed him of his creative energy. Rob was robbed. Dude, he was so cold, man. That's not even one of his better fits. This is a solid fit, too. Oh, man. Dude, I love it. I really like how he dresses, too, because it's like, it nails everything about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's eccentric, he's wealthy, and he's a skater. Like, all three of those factors are represented in the way that he was dressing. What did they do? He had to have been cloned. Actually, this fit is crazier than I thought. He has acid wash jorts. So this is a great example as to why a Barracks fan would be confused about Trevor Colden not having real sponsors, because he went to this set that has been absolutely pillaged, obliterated, plundered, destroyed. Dave Chappelle would say bombed out and depleted. Okay, and his grand idea is to do a fakey big spin down it. So you're not going to get any real sponsors if you're doing tricks at spots that would have been interesting if they came out like 9 years ago. Louis did that trick. I am so sure he did. The worst thing about this video, I think, apart from the frame rate, is the mic. I think people seriously, like, I think it goes to show you how short-sighted somebody is and how little a grasp they have on what makes a skateboarding video effective. Like, everything about the presentation of this is like this, like, trying, like, middle ground of professional, like, overexposed, really clean looking. Or I don't understand why that would be your approach to filming a street part anyway. Like, street skating is dirty and it's illegal. So why go in this direction artistically? But it's like, I feel like there's so much focus on the aesthetic of the video. Like, they've forgot about half of the video, which is the audio. Like, that's the other thing. Like, skateboarding needs to sound good to, like, impress people. Everything is, like, all tinny. Like, that's, you can't have, that can't be this, like, that's honestly part of what makes it, like, obviously the trick, the way that's executed itself is like, oh my God. But, like, the ramp slow-mo in conjunction with the music and the fact they have an actual microphone on this camera, like, listen to that even. Just him snapping his board before he even does the trick. How different is that to this? It's so, like, it's barely even there. It sounds like the skate audio is at 20%, and it probably is really low because the microphone that they're using to film all this stuff is so fucking cheap that if you have the level past 50%, it's probably going to clip. And I'm assuming that Steve must have had a hand in this being creative, or creative-wise, like, because this is how Steve, I don't think Steve ever, like, looking at his career, I don't think he ever, like, truly valued or understood street skating. Like, towards the end, he started faking his tricks, building fake spots because he had an obligation to film. It was his job. But then as soon as he was able to transition out of doing that and just filming a bunch and, like, all he did was film skate park stuff. He built a skate park so that he could film himself and other people skating in the skate park. This is, I mean, I could be wrong, but this is that attitude, like, applied again to street skating. Like, you can tell there's not, like, an appreciation, or it's like all of these lines that Trevor is doing, he like goes to spots that are well known and popular and films lines there because he has to. Like he doesn't pay attention to skating and street skating at large, or he doesn't care, because if you did, you wouldn't go to that 2-stair up, whatever fucking 9-stair down and do a fakey big spin. You just wouldn't do it. If you understood or felt like you wanted to engage with contemporary street skating in a progressive and, constructive way, then you wouldn't go about filming like this. These are the most useless video parts ever, where somebody just goes through the motions because they think that they have to do it.
He said, Julie, baby, you're my flame, now give us fever. When we
I think also with
when he put his arms around
Trevor Colden, I think that I feel like his priorities when he's skating are not to make the most of the spot that he is at. He wants to choose tricks that he feels like will be most flattering to him as a skater. Like, I think he has a particular vision of what he thinks it looks like and how he wants to be perceived when he is skating, and that's 100% of his focus. So he's not going here being like, oh, what's the smartest line I could think of doing?
He said, Julie, baby, you're my
Because if that was what you were thinking, you certainly wouldn't do backtail big spin
flame, now give us fever.
into switch back heel. Like, down this little stair set.
We kiss it, fever with thy
I was playing. That has to be ABD. That's ABD 100%. That was fucking crazy. Okay. That was pretty sick. Gotta give him that one. Holy fuck, that beanie. Okay, there's some real tricks in here. Okay. Whoever built that is a genius. Okay, yeah, that was 90% horse shit, 10% good.
Wow. Let's get a redo.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, dude. I already don't like this.
Wow. Let's get a redo. Some heel touch on that.
Heel touch?
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm Art Cordova, I'm snapping my board and leaving the park.
One more?
Oh my god, dude, no.
I didn't see.
Can you do one more?
What was it about the Battle at the Barracks games that made it feel like this format wasn't totally unbearably boring? Oof. You gonna make him redo that one?
It's good on defense.
Would this not be good on offense?
Good on defense.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Come on, dude. You're giving the go-ahead on this 90 flip? Oh, I'm pissed off. This is what you wanted? Dumb Data, you wanted me to be pissed off with your little intro? Guess what? It worked. I'm mad. He did it right after? Did anything even happen here? Okay, he heel touched on the front. Oh my god, man. You can hear like the gears turning in Dumb Data's head where he's like, he's really not gonna be happy if I tell him to redo that one. but technically, because it was on offense, the standard is not as lenient. I really shouldn't piss this guy off right now, but I think I'm going to anyway. Okay, so let's see. This was Sewa's. Fully sideways. Stops. I mean, he's skidding here. He's burning out. It's a miracle he landed this. And then tic-tacs back to regular.
Good on defense.
Good on defense.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm counting that all day.
Let's get a redo.
See, this is the redo. He already landed one. This is way more rotation than Sewa's. He didn't even heel touch this one. Look. Thankfully, because this is filmed in Ultra 4K HD, we can see there's daylight here. Dude. I would hate it if Art Cordova gave me this look. I would hate if Art Cordova looked at me like that. And then Seth was like, yo, dude, is he really about to do this? Is he really about to make him redo that, dude? What the fuck? Yo, he just let me do a kickflip 180 to tic tac, and he's gonna make him redo that right now? Yo, he's not about to make me redo that right now. Yo, I know he's not about to make him redo that right now. He better not make me redo that right now. Dude, I don't know if I said this on stream. I met Cyrus for the first time like last week, and I was wearing flip-flops. I was literally walking my dog, and they were skating a ledge spot. And he's like, nice flip-flops. Aw, dude. I don't even know if I've ever seen somebody with this particular proclivity. That's quite unusual. I don't know, I kind of like it. Like, pointing is bad. Pointing looks terrible. I point sometimes, I hate that. But this is like, I don't mind fists, really. Never seen one of these. What up, bitch? Start skating like this. Fists are a Jerry thing. Ryan and Jerry are both fisters. I have a new prop I'm excited to show you guys too. And there'll probably be a stream. Oh, that was nasty. Very smart boy. High IQ boy. Switch nose 5-0? What do you even call it? Is that what you'd say? I never really know what to say in these situations. You know? I feel like switch nose sounds good. Switch nose 5-0. Yes. Dude, Eetu's like kind of like an unproblematic goat, you know what I mean? I feel like if you're in the US and you're involved in a lot of the skate drama, like people get pissed off at you. It's like I'm rolling around in the dirt with everybody else, but I feel like it's kind of like the most pure path in skating at the moment to just be like a really good street skater that just skates European street spots. I feel like he's living the dream. You guys want to look at the hairline reveal, or should we just ignore it? Wow, what the fuck? Switch style? Nice trick. Good technique. Stylish execution. That was really sick. Oh my God. Let's check. I believe him. I don't think he would lie. Oof, it's close. It's real close. Uh-oh. We might have an incriminating frame. Yellow card this guy. It's not possible really to see, I don't think. Like it could be, this looks bad, but it could be, there could be a centimeter of clearance. Potentially. I don't know though, but I watch these Dr. Grande videos and he investigates a lot of, he investigates all kinds of shit, but he does a lot of homicides, and at the end of the video, he'll talk about all of the factors, and he'll say, you know, because there's a different legal standard, right? If you're going to be convicted of a crime, you have to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And then there's a difference where you say, okay, do I think that Eetu scraped on this manual beyond a reasonable doubt? No. Based off the evidence, I don't think that's the case. Do I think that he heel touched in reality? Yes. I think that it's likely that in reality he heel touched on this manual. And that's my official stance on this. He's clear. For now. Jesus Christ. Wow. What a fucking psycho. I would not trust in my own ability to not fly off the side of that fucking roof here. That was parkour. Wow, holy shit, dude. He landed fully on the top of that. What? He actually, like, maybe even clipped his wheels? That's so fucking crazy. Like, it looks like they're touching. I don't think you could get any closer than he did. Like, without actually hanging up on the lip. That was really, really, really nice. Nice.
Don't bother flying when you jump off the cliff. Make sure it's steadfast, you don't want to deal with what ifs. I know you're wondering if you'll feel it again.